Late last year, ESPN Studios released the highly anticipated Chicago Bulls documentary, The Last Dance, that took viewers behind the scenes of their historic 6-year title run. Understandably, the documentary was mainly centered around Bulls legend Michael Jordan, but it also brought to light the magnificent contribution of other championship teammates. One of those teammates was Dennis Rodman, who enhanced his reputation as one of the most controversial players the league has ever seen throughout the 10 episodes. Rodman, who is most famously remembered for his antics away from the arena, also got the recognition he deserved as the greatest rebounder and one of the greatest overall defenders in league history. With some of the most impressive natural instincts we have witnessed from a player, Rodman was an instrumental part of the Bulls' last three-peat, as the last piece of a big three that included Jordan and running partner Scottie Pippen. Paying homage to Rodman's greatness on the court, let's take a look at 4 of the greatest games of Rodman's career, including his playing days with the Detroit Pistons. Number 4. January 10th, 1997. Chicago Bulls 116, Milwaukee Bucks 101. The Chicago Bulls still ruled the Eastern Conference during the 1996-97 season, despite their run beginning to wind down. During a contest between the Milwaukee Bucks and Chicago Bulls in January, the Bulls entered the matchup looking for their 30th win of the regular season. At 29-4, the Bulls were favorites against the 17-14 Bucks, but the game was closer than their record suggested. Luckily for the Bulls, Rodman was incredible down the stretch to lift the Bulls to a victory. Michael Jordan played his part with 33 points of his own, but the intangibles and dirty work of Rodman down the stretch made all the difference. The pesky defender finished the game with 16 points, high by his offensive standards, 1 assist, 2 steals, and an astonishing 26 rebounds. He was a plus 6.1 on the evening, a 56 defensive rating, and an offensive rating of 156 in the matchup. Rodman helped the Bulls out-rebound the Bucks by 12, and that ultimately proved the difference, as the Bulls registered win number 30 on the campaign. Number 3. February 18th, 1992. Detroit Pistons 117, Orlando Magic 95. Rodman is best known for his time in Chicago, but he made a name for himself in Detroit, suiting up for the Pistons. In truth, a case can be made the most successful period of his career was in fact playing for the Pistons. During the 1991-92 season, Rodman had one of the most efficient games of his career in his 7 years at the franchise. The Pistons met the struggling Orlando Magic in February, at a time right before the Magic acquired legendary big man Shaquille O'Neal in the draft. The Pistons carried a record of 29-22 into the game, whilst the Magic were reeling at 13-38. Despite playing just 29 minutes, Rodman was dominant, putting up 18 points, 5 assists, 1 block, and a game-high 27 boards. Uncharacteristically, he connected on 2 of his attempts from three-point range, posting a true shooting percentage of 90 during the win. That season, the Pistons would fall to the Eastern Conference rivals New York Knicks in the playoffs, seeing their run as the best team in the conference come to an end. The Bulls era was just getting started, however, and Rodman would eventually end up in Chicago after a quick stop in San Antonio on the way. Number 2. January 2nd, 1991. Detroit Pistons 118, Denver Nuggets 107. The Pistons were surging during the 1990-91 campaign and met a faltering Denver Nuggets in January of 1991. The Nuggets sat at 6-23 at the time, whereas the Pistons were on the verge of a winning streak at 19-11 entering the contest. In a seemingly routine regular season game, Rodman put up a career night in front of the home crowd. He scored 34 points, grabbed 23 rebounds, and had 2 steals in a spectacular performance. Given his offensive shortcomings, Rodman's 34 points was a rare occasion in which he led both teams in scoring. This is even more impressive considering he played alongside Isaiah Thomas and Mark Aguirre in the outing. Before we get to the #1 greatest NBA game by Dennis Rodman, if you haven't already, make sure to leave this video a like, as it lets us know we're doing a good job with these videos. Let us know in the comments what type of content you love best from our channel. And if you're new, then go check out our channel. Number 1. March 4th, 1992. Detroit Pistons 110, Indiana Pacers 107. The Pistons defeated the Indiana Pacers in a thriller in March of 1992, thanks largely to the unconventional box score from Rodman. Over 21,000 packed into the Palace of Auburn Hills to witness the regular season matchup between the two rivals, and the Pistons prevailed on the night by a single possession. The Pistons arrived in Michigan with a record of 35-25 on the season, with the Pacers at 27-34 in comparison. It was a nail-biter from start to finish. Both teams entered the fourth quarter tied before the Pistons hung on by 3 points, outscoring the Pacers 16-13 in the final period. Rodman had just 10 points on the night, but pulled down a career-high 34 rebounds, including a mind-blowing 18 offensive boards. These type of box scores became commonplace with Rodman, and his energy and effort pushed the Pistons over the line in a competitive regular season matchup. Rodman appeared in 911 games during his illustrious NBA career. High numbers don't jump off the page, but the impact he provided for the teams he played for went beyond the box score. He was good for 7.3 points, 13.1 rebounds, and 1.8 assists for his career, shooting an impressive 52% from the field with his activity around the basket, and played 14 years at the highest level. He was crowned an NBA champion 5 times, made 2 All-NBA teams, and was an All-NBA defender 8 times. His defensive prowess was rewarded with securing 7 rebounding titles and being named NBA Defensive Player of the Year on 2 separate occasions. To this day, Rodman is considered the greatest rebounder that has ever graced the NBA, and his natural instincts to collect boards was truly remarkable considering he stood at just 6'7" and weighed 210 pounds. Rodman may be long remembered for the out-of-the-box personality he had during his playing days, but he was also arguably the most important glue guy to impact winning in league history. Is Rodman the most underappreciated All-Star of all time? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos. Click on one of these videos that appear on your screen to keep watching.